Hi, welcome. I hope you're having a good day, whatever time of the day you're watching this at. This is going to be an overview of the research paper guide that I provided for you for the last unit on the classification division paper. This is going to be a longer video because I want to go through the entire guide, so it will be split up into multiple sections. So you can see on the screen the table of contents, so that will help you go directly to a particular part of the guide if you need to go back and refresh your memory about something. So let's start at the very beginning. Again, this is our last unit. This is your introduction basically to Comp 2. We always like to finish with a small version of a research paper so that you kind of have a preview of what you're doing in Comp 2, but that you're also redoing all of the skills that you've learned in Comp 1. Don't think of Comp 2 as a brand new class. Think of it as a logical extension of Comp 1. Ideally, we would just offer a year of composition, and we would build seamlessly from one paper and unit to another. But we split it in half, and Comp 2 focuses primarily with rhetoric, research, and argumentation. So you're getting a little bit of that with this paper. So you can see here the breakdown of our last 3 weeks. So week 6, the 24th through the 30th, you're doing your opening review, which is watching this video or reading the guide if you don't want to watch the video. You are going to be choosing your topic from the essay prompts that I've given you on the handout. That's another video that you've watched hopefully already. And then you're going to start pre-writing and brainstorming. This is what you really need to do day 1. Now notice these dates, other than the dates that something is due, these dates are just suggested timelines. Obviously you could do this on Tuesday, but you really need to get started day 1 on these activities, because we're trying to shove, we are not trying, we are shoving 6 weeks of work into 3 weeks. So it doesn't really have a whole lot of time for you to delay. So you're going to start pre-writing and brainstorming on your topic to really kind of get some ideas on paper. So starting the second day, you're going to begin doing research with the TRAP test as your guide. And part of this video will be talking to you about the TRAP test. You're going to watch my videos on research if you need to. You're going to find this here in the research resources module. There's a video, a series of videos on using Google tools like Google Scholar, Google Books, as well as Google itself. You're also going to see a video on how to use EBSCO, our research database, and this walks you through finding the link on the college website, to logging in, to creating a search, as well as then using those as articles. So that's going to walk you through everything. You have a little reminder of where you can find how to document databases in your MLA guide. Now, sometimes I update the guide, so those page numbers may be off by half a page or a page. Realize that, but again, you should find them around those pages. I've also given you a shot of all of the databases we have available from our library's website. And then finally, I have put together this list of online databases where you can find information. I've given you a quick little kind of description of what you might find there. Most of these are either free access to everything, or you have free access to some things on the databases. So if you're not finding things in EBSCO, if you're not finding really good stuff that's credible in Google, then you can look here for stuff. Now, most of these are science, social science, or history related. If you're doing something that's more of a humanities, there's not as many, but there are a few there. So again, those are all resources that you can use to help you with your research. So you also should be having a working thesis down between Tuesday and Thursday of week 6. Again, it's a working thesis, but get something on paper that's focused about what you think you want to write about. And then there is a research elements quiz that is due on the 30th, and that's using the research guide that I've given you. So this handout and other things, it explains in the instructions how to do that. That's 50 points. So there are 50 true, false, multiple choice question tests, or questions on this test. That plus the evaluated works cited is 100 points altogether. So again, if you just look at the guide and pay attention, you should be able, I don't know why you couldn't score 50 out of 50, but you should be able to score a really strong grade there. By Friday to Sunday, you need to go ahead and continue your research. The evaluative works cited is due the 7/1, so you need to have a draft done by the 30th so that it's ready to turn in week 7. So in week 7, not a whole lot to do in terms that's due after you turn in the evaluative works cited, other than your outline. Most of the time is spent just working on the paper. So you're going to continue to research and explore ideas. You have the E3 outline due, unfortunately, on July 4th. You can turn it in earlier than that. Instead of doing it on the 3rd, I've given you an extra day to work on it, and I'll just get them graded really quick to get them back to you by Friday. Between the 4th and the 7th, you need to again revise the outline if I give you suggestions to revise. And you should then have a completed first draft where you can then start working on revision and editing in the last week. So week 8, our last week finals, yay, we're going to reach it. You're just going to be revising that paper, formatting it to make sure that it works. You're going to be turning in, and I don't think I put that on here, but it is on your weekly class schedule. You're going to be turning in to tutor.com a draft of your paper for feedback from them. Submit your essay. So you want to submit that Monday through Wednesday. I would say try to have it done by Tuesday so then you can get it back. They usually get them back within 12 hours or sooner. Because you don't want to get it back on the 11th and you don't have chance to make any changes. So 11th is where your tutor.com feedback is due, your paper, and then that final 100-point course objectives test. So remember, you took that survey at the beginning of the class. This is the same survey, only now it is a test worth 100 points to make sure you're understanding the terminology, the ideas of everything we've done. Again, it's open book. You can use your syllabus. You can use any handout that I've given you to answer those questions. It's all multiple choice, true, false. And again, that is actually due on the 14th. So because the system automatically grades that, even though the 11th is our official last day of class, I don't have to turn grades in until the 15th. So you can have until Sunday night to do that test if that helps. And that would then be easy for me to adjust any grades if I've finished grading papers by then. Okay. So let's look then at the guide to basic academic research.